Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing tonight? Back again for another episode of the Swaggy Sports Podcast. The date is September 28th, 2022. We are going into the week 4 of the NFL season. It's been something, to say the very least. We got 2 undefeated teams remaining with 2 representatives of those teams here in the chat for the Swaggy Sports Podcast tonight. Members, how are we doing? How we doing? Talk to me nice.
Living We're feeling good? Great today. We're feeling great today. We're ready to talk some sports, you know. Go Birds. Sitting undefeated. They're not going to last as long as we will, but it's all right.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Well, we have ourselves a nice little jam-packed episode tonight for all of y'all. Make sure you guys show love to the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok coming out soon. We appreciate all the love you guys have been showing, all the support y'all been providing to us. So we're going to give y'all a great opening topic, a great debate. Barbershop talk, gym talk, it doesn't matter. It can go for hours. We're going to go the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now. If you could pick 5, who would they be and why? I'm going to go with Mr. Shaner first.
Yeah, I like that.
Shaner.
We're getting hot takes right out the door.
Top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
NFL right now.
Talk to me.
I'm gonna go this year. I'm not gonna go in general. I'm gonna go this year. I'm gonna keep Brady and Rodgers in there though. I know it's been tough starts for them, but Brady, when he gets his 3 receivers back, he's golden. Aaron Rodgers, he's probably going to go out in the first round of the playoffs, but he'll get them there. Other than that, I'm going to go Josh Allen. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. And based off of this year, I will give Jalen Hurts as my 5th. I'm not – you thought I was going Lamar. I'm not going Lamar. I'm going Jalen.
I'll take that for one. I'll take that for one.
So, wait, to kind of like clarify here, from 5 to 1, how are you dissecting that? You're saying Brady 1, Rodgers 2? You're going that way?
That's not an order, right?
We need an order.
Right. I'll give you an order.
People need an order.
Right now, I'm going Mahomes 1, Brady 2, Allen 3, Rodgers 4, Hurts 5.
Okay.
You're missing a big name in there, if you ask me. But
okay,
I don't think so.
I'm not going to argue.
Two is on the edge. 2 is on the edge.
Honorable mention.
Tua.
Yup.
Elephant in the room, obviously. Or do y'all want to go next to kind of ante up that? Because I feel like there's an elephant in the room with the 5.
We can get through and we can talk it out. I see that.
Okay.
You put your point in your 5. You know what I'm saying?
Feel that. Put your chips in and let's see what everyone else is working with.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi, Mr. 3-0. To a top? He in your top 5 right now?
To a top. I think I have to. And being someone that was incredibly low on Tua since draft night, to just see the way that he's played the game and the effectiveness that he's shown from, short to mid and even at times long in the past game.
He's letting it fly.
That's what I'm saying. And obviously he has the weapons. They spent a ton of money on the offense. He's had a bit of time, etc. But, at the end of the day, he's putting the ball in spots where only his guys can get it and they're getting it. However, Cheech's top 5 is as follows. I got Josh Allen at the 1. I got A-Rod at the 2. And this is another guy that I really don't want to put him in here, but I got to. Mar at the 3. Give me Patty Bazooka Badge at the 4.
Yes.
And this is disrespectful, but it's the Tom Brady. I can't say his name, so I'm gonna go 2 at the 5. I can't put Tom Brady in my 5.
That's even more crazy than me.
I can't even put him in my 5.
The people are going to love this.
Yeah.
That is all I'm going to say. Oh, my goodness. I love it. Taji.
That's crazy. All right.
Better or worse?
I'm going to give you a nice list, a nice realistic list here.
Mm-hmm.
The number one quarterback in the league right now, obviously, is Lamar Jackson. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Number one?
Let me talk to you. He's top 5 in rushing yards, and he's a quarterback. But that's not what he's doing. That's crazy. He got a 79-yard touchdown run. I didn't see anybody else with a run that long this year. That's all I'm saying. He's also got number one in passing touchdowns.
Yep.
Okay, that's kind of crazy too, right? That's kind of crazy
for a running back. For a running back, right?
For a running back, right? Y'all don't even want to put him in the top 5, and he's sitting up there with these numbers. He's second in QBR. He's doing it all. He's doing it all. Number 2, I got Josh Allen. I love his game. I think he's a dog. He's first in passing yards. He's second in passing touchdowns. He's first in completions. He's got 2 INTs, and they're both questionable week 1. I love his game. I think he's a dog. I think he's special. I think he could be the MVP of the league this year. And 3, talk to me, QB1. I got Jalen Hurts. I got Jalen Hurts as the third best quarterback in the league right now. Right now, just turn on the tape. Don't even argue with me. I ain't got to argue with you. You watch the tape. He's had 330 yards plus every game. He's done that passing alone in the last 2 games. He's dynamic with his legs. He's doing it all. He's second in total yards, only behind Josh Allen. He's third in passing yards. He's balling out. He's the guy. He's just the man. At 4, I got Patty because he could be 1 on this list at any time. He's just coming off an L that I don't think he should have took. And I think he's balling. Yeah. I think he's playing. But he's low on my list. And here I was going to put one of the GOATs, one of those guys, a little Tom Brady action, a little Rodgers, but I'm going to put Justin Herbert in the 5. He's trailing all the other in many of those categories, but he's outplaying the old heads. They're kind of just being game managers at this point and not doing anything special for me. So I got all the young guys in the top 5.
I heard you. I hear you with that.
Young man's game.
I heard you with that.
Young man's game.
That it is. No, I like that because me personally, for my 5, I was contemplating putting in Herbert over one of the Grand Jedi Masters we still have in the league. You know what I mean? Just because there's just more tape with the old heads. But I do respect that.
They're just not playing crazy. Like, usually Tom Brady's up there in passing yards or Rodgers is up there in touchdowns. Like, they're not doing it now that I can't give them the respect that their name, just off their name, deserves.
And I'm going to be honest, up until last week, really the peak of Aaron Rodgers and that little snippet that we saw of him last week was really only on 2 drives.
Yeah.
Right.
Back-to-back in the first quarter almost. So, and I think it's just kind of the narrative holistically of the league this year. It's just been a lot of games, a lot of scenarios, a lot of guys that traditionally and normally you see play at an incredibly high level that you just haven't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of guys emerging.
I agree with that big time.
Wonderful to watch.
What you got for it, Jeff?
Let me give y'all my 5, man. Now, I'm gonna start from 5 to 1, just because.
Okay.
My top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, I got at 5. I'm putting TB12 because at the end of the day, we know what he's good for. I think he hasn't had his full weaponry yet, which I think will help him a lot big time. I want to say last week he threw to 8 different Yeah, but still 8 different people caught the ball last week, with Russell Gage being the main toter. And just because of that, I feel like when he gets Julio, Godwin, Mike Evans back from the little scuffle he had 2 weeks prior, I think with his full arsenal, he's a top 5 quarterback. He gets dudes the ball, and I think those stats will go up with time. At 4, I saw it firsthand last week. He's throwing the ball better than we've ever seen, which is scary. He's already a lethal dual threat of a quarterback. But with the way that Jalen Hurts is slinging the rock right now, he can take the Eagles as far as he wants to take them. No doubt about it. I hate to say it, but he's doing his thing so far to start this season. Top five, for sure. I got him at
over
my
Brady.
At number 3.
Over Brady.
No matter what, it's still Pat. I got to put Pat Mahomes at number 3. It was a rough game last week against the Colts. There was a lot of bad drops, some by Kelsey, some miscommunications. I think that, or just because it's early in the season and they'll get that flow going. Pat Mahomes is a dog. He's generational, half a Billy talk, you know what I mean? He's that guy. I'm putting him at 3, no matter what. Number 2, over him, Josh Allen. He is looking for revenge. He's coming for it. He's coming for it. We'll see. But I think right now he's definitely top 2. Goes without saying, but not 2. He's not 2. And my number 1 quarterback in the NFL right now, I feel like undoubtedly is Lamar Jackson, new era 8. Like Taji said, not to piggyback, 12 touchdowns in 3 games, over 900 all-purpose yards, top 5 in rushing. He's coming for that chizzy check, the biggie bag. They might have to bring out 3 Brinks to get him the cash he needs and deserves.
For a moment, just discuss what we think his contract negotiation process is. You know, you've seen guys in the past that have represented themselves, but none of them have ever been due for a payday like Lamar's due for.
Right now he's betting the bank on himself. He knows what Pat Mahomes has got. He knows what he has compared to Pat Mahomes as a player. He knows where he thinks he stands. And I think he's going to try to get a deal close to that. I think he tries to get a deal close to that. And I think he deserves it. He's playing another MVP-level season. He's going to take his team as far as he can carry them, but he still needs help out there. He's still running around being Superman on the field. And if you're going to be Superman on the field and they ain't going to get nothing for you, you definitely deserve some money, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And like I say, he's the best quarterback in football right now. He's better than Pat Mahomes right now to me. I don't see where that's even close. So I think he deserves the money, and I think he's going to go get him 400 M's for sure. At least.
Heard that.
And I think he deserves
Shane,
it.
what do you think about that?
I do.
How you feel about that?
Everyone else is getting paid.
He deserves a bag, I'll say that. But the difference for me is I don't know if he's going to get it based off of just postseason. Pat, they knew, like, we're signing. Pat's going to take us to a championship, an AFC championship. He's going to take us to a Super Bowl. He's going to take us to win a Super Bowl. Like, that's like part of it is I act like a hater. Like, I respect Lamar's game, but for me, the biggest thing is like postseason success because they do have a good defense. Like, they wanted to build their offense against with the run game. Like, I get the receiver thing, but to be like a second year in the league MVP, like, there's more he can do for me because I'm holding him to a certain standard. If that makes sense.
I don't know what standard you're holding him to, though.
No, I'd like. Yeah, like you're a second.
You've seen him lose to the Titans, and there's drops that had nothing to do with him. His teams, Lamar has never laid an egg. When he wins playoff game, he wins them. The Titans game, he beat them the next time. He slid with his legs in the fourth quarter, crazy to get them to win. He puts the team on his back. He needs other playmakers out there. You can't put the playoff thing on him. He's won the playoff games. He's been there consistently. Only reason last year his team doesn't go on a run, if you ask me, is because he's hurt. You've seen where they were sitting last year. The Ravens would have been a whole different talk with that injured team if he played. So you guys are – maybe you're not giving him the respect he deserves. You're saying you are, but you're not. He deserves the utmost respect, and he deserves the bag. And to compete with someone like Pat Mahomes, you need someone like Lamar Jackson. There's not many people that can do it. You need Josh Allen. You need one of those guys. And if you lose, if you're not going to keep him, then you're never going to have a realistic chance to win again if they let him go. If you give him a different offense, you put a different system, like you put the receivers that the Chargers have around him, What is Lamar doing? You tell me.
It's such a for me though. Like you have a Mark Andrews. Like he had Hollywood Brown, who say what you want, but Hollywood Brown is top 10 in receiving right now. Like
Hollywood Brown's
he's going to have a good year.
He's a number 2 receiver.
Right now, he's the number 1 though.
Yeah, but he is a number 2
Yeah,
receiver.
I mean, but if you
he's
really
going to be a
look
number
at it-
2. But that's what I'm saying. Like to me, like Bateman, Duvernay, and Mark Andrews isn't like one of the worst receiving cores to have in the league. I don't think it's a top tier receiving core, but like they're not bums to me by any means. And I think like having the option of J.K. Dobbins when he gets back with Lamar, like it's gonna work. And like they have a good defense. Like for me, it's just what I'm saying is like coming from like a year 2 MVP, like you expect him to be winning Super Bowls. You know what I mean? And I get it's not 100% his fault, but that's what I hold him to, or else he's just like another Cam Newton.
Really? Okay. Interesting. That's very interesting.
Like Cam Newton's a completely different quarterback if he wins a Super Bowl. Like he's known for an MVP. Like to me, like Lamar wins Super Bowls, he's completely different than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody
yeah, but
wins Super Bowls.
I mean, yeah, I feel if you could say that about anyone almost. That's
You
one
also
MVP
just-
and didn't win a ring.
The only reason that receiving core seems anything like that's worth anything is because you put Mark Andrews in it. If you have Duvernay,
but like Mahomes' best receiver this year is still Kelsey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's got Kelsey and he's got Juju Smith-Schuster and he's got Valdez-Scantling and they draft a guy.
Oh,
No, it's his receiving core isn't great. He's got Mecole. He's got guys though. He's got way more guys. If you're telling me he doesn't, that's crazy.
I think they're very similar this year.
I disagree.
Not in the past. Like with Tyreek Hill, it's completely different. But to me, this year, I think they're pretty similar. Like Juju hasn't been good since year 2 in the league. Like Hardman's got some speed. MVS has got some speed. I think he's in 5 now.
And they play with great quarterbacks already. They played with Hall of Famers. They know how to help him. They know how to play with him.
I hear you. Not last week.
Which core would
Not
you
last
take,
week.
Shane? Chiefs or Ravens? Which one do you think is better?
Like all around team or
All around weaponry. All around weaponry. Like
I would say it's tougher than you'd think. Like with Miami's proving right now that speed kills. And like Bateman and Duvernay are 4-3 guys. Like they're not slow. Like they shredded the Miami defense. Like they can move. I would still personally take the Chiefs solely based off of experience because I think those guys are young. Like Taj was saying, they played with good quarterbacks. But like this year to me, like Kelsey and Mark Andrews aren't like completely different players. Like if there's someone I would compare to a Kelsey, Mark Andrews would be in the conversation.
Okay. I've always personally felt like I think the Ravens, as far as giving Lamar an arsenal, isn't enough. We've seen what Bateman has done. Yeah, he looks very, very solid. He could emerge as a wide receiver 1, but they still don't have in my opinion, a true clear-cut wide receiver 1 on that team. I think even though Juju isn't what he was, he's a clear-cut, can be a wide receiver 1 on the Chiefs. Kelsey, he's a wide receiver 1, so is Mark Andrews. But I don't necessarily think the weaponry around Lamar is enough yet. Me personally. Other people might think otherwise. And no, they're no bums. I'm not sitting here saying they're bums, but like Taj said, if you want to compete with a Pat Mahomes throwing to an arsenal like he has, you got to be able to have Lamar first, and you got to be able to have someone to throw him the ball to second, because you can't have him running around all over the place, because that's how he ended up hurt last season and couldn't finish.
Like, he's really not the guy that they want out there going down the field. But at the same time, I mean, even if that's still his role, at least from accuracy perspective for me, I mean, I think it's day and night from what we've seen so far. And the intangible piece, I think if he gets hit like he did last week, last year, or the year prior, he's not getting back up or getting back in that game. He's saying deuces.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm a Tua fan. I liked him when he came out. I liked him in college. I thought he was better than people gave him credit for. And I think he can throw the ball down the field. I think he can get those guys the ball all over the field. And I think there's nothing wrong with Tua being the Miami Dolphins quarterback. But I just do not think he's a top 5 quarterback right now.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't either, but I will say I completely agree with Chi-Chi. It's completely different quarterbacks, but similar to what we were saying about Jalen Hurts earlier, is that like their throwing mechanics are day and night. Like that one corner post that he threw to Waddle, splitting the safeties. I understand it's second string safeties, but he's not making that throw last year.
Heard that. Before we keep on going, I just want to put a couple other names in the air, see if we can get any topic of discussion. Not necessarily asking, do they belong in the top 5, but where do you see them? Far away from that 5 or kind of in the mix? Matthew Stafford.
Not far outside the mix, if you ask me.
Heard
Matt
that.
Stafford, I'm going.
Not too far outside the mix.
I'll give him top 10 right now based off
That's all I
of his
was gonna
career
ask. Do you think
this
he's
year. I don't
hurt?
think he is. I think he's extremely injured. Like I think a lot of it has to do with injury, and clearly him and Allen Robinson do not have the connection that people were expecting them to have.
Yes,
Heard that.
absolutely.
Heard that.
I think at this area of my 5s or my outside of the 5s goes into like the pass category. Like, are you a good quarterback? Do you have something to fall back on? Like, he just won Super Bowl. I could say he's right outside of there.
Yeah.
Heard that. Joe Shiesty.
Joe Burrow.
He's top 10.
I got him floating between 8 and 12.
I love Joe, but he's not balling.
For sure.
He's just not balling right now.
No. He's the
Do you
chess
think
master.
they figure
though.
it out, or are
They'll
they?
figure
He's
it
going to
out.
figure it out. He's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great addition.
Deep. They got a running back, too.
Even Hayden Hurst at tight end looks good now, too.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Boyd last week, 4 for 105 with the touchdown. T. Higgins 5 for 93.
Need more
Jamar 6 for 29 and a tutter. So he was spreading it. He was getting it.
We
to
need
him.
more Jamar.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
You know
We
how
need
I
more.
feel about Jamar. T. Higgins looks like the best receiver in that offense right now.
It's arguable.
That sideline grab.
Yeah.
5 on you.
Some
gives
of the
you a little
plays
Jedi power.
he's been making.
I
He's
mean,
got-
we knew who T. Higgins was before we knew who Jamar Chase was. Don't
I
forget
know.
about that. T. Higgins
I
been
know.
that boy now. He been him. But
Yeah.
Jamar is Jamar. He's better.
Yeah, I think Jamar's better.
Nice.
Absolutely.
I love that. Let me put one more guy in the air. One more dude I want to mention. See if y'all got
come
him
on.
within this realm of the top dogs. Danger Russell Wilson.
I'll put.
Where is he right now for y'all? Come on.
Come on, man. I love
I'm
me
putting
some
Geno
Russ.
Smith over Russell
You
Wilson.
know, I
right
love
now.
me some Russ. I always have, but that man is sitting outside.
that's
the
not
top
even
10.
hot.
It hurts my heart. to
No,
say.
we've been talking numbers. I bet if you pull up the numbers, tell me Geno doesn't have better stats than Russell Wilson right now.
Hot.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
He
probably
right.
pretty close.
Russell, no. Listen. Russell
Okay.
Wilson is sitting at
That's what I'm saying.
743
Let's talk about
yards,
it.
2 touchdowns, 1 pick.
2 touchdowns. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Right under him is Geno Smith at
That's what I'm saying. Give me
717.
Geno.
4 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Chad Powers.
That
Crazy.
was crazy.
Did you see what Russ said?
That was
How about
like the
Chad
most
Powers?
He said, "I'm 3-0 against Chad
subliminal,
Powers."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I understand.
He
Either
said,
way,
I've
he
done
was
something dangerous before.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
dude, I got him. He's probably floating around like 15. Like the back, like mid end between 10 and 20. And part of it is he's just
Nah,
been so
I
corny
hear you,
lately,
bro.
too.
All right, bro. You gotta call it how you see it.
Yeah,
I
you're not
understand
right.
all that, but
He doesn't
like,
even, like, he's
Rusty
always
just
been
rode on
corny,
it.
but he doesn't need to.
come on.
What you think, Steve-O?
Oh my god. It's for the brand, brother. It's for the
Yeah,
brand.
Yeah, coming off an 11-10 win, bro.
What they 2-1 though? They 2-1.
They
That
are
was
2 and
wild,
1.
bro.
They
They
are 2
slandering.
and
They
1.
2-1.
Thanks to Garoppolo stepping out of the end zone.
Yeah. Thanks to Jimmy G for sure. Yeah. I just had to see where y'all were thinking on that because there's some dudes that you think of their name and you're like, "Ooh, he's the guy." But right now,
Double
they're not even playing.
mix, though.
Who'd I miss?
Double XP.
I mean, Kyler didn't score it. Kyler didn't score any touchdowns last week. I don't see.
Nah.
He's bumming it out right now.
He needs D-Hop back, man.
If you ask me,
he's going to be good.
He went 37 for 58.
He need D-Hop back,
315.
right? He need D-Hop back, right? But Hollywood can be your number one receiver, boy. Get out of here.
No, I said Hollywood's the number one right now.
Stop that.
I will say this.
He's a number
Hollywood's not
2
playing.
receiver, like I said. Get him,
said
get
he's
Lamar,
number 2.
somebody else over there. They straight. That's all I'm saying.
Hollywood
CJ Brown
leaving
goes to the Ravens.
He
Shane
got a lot
thinks
of
it is.
Because he got
targets.
no one else to throw to.
He-
Shane thinks it's arguable.
Hollywood's got 250 yards already, I think. He's top 10 right now.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, I mean, in
And
my
he's throwing
honest
it 40
opinion,
times
No
probably.
duds.
dude, he threw it
Yeah.
58 times on Sunday. 58. He was
No
37
tutties?
for 58. 37 for 58, 314 yards.
That
Zero
was
touch.
just an ugly game.
0
against the
touchdowns.
Rams.
I mean, it's
Weak.
a divisional game.
I think
I know.
I think that used to be
Game.
a
Remember
way
you used to
better
say he was
argument.
better than Lamar, Shane? You still think that?
Yeah.
All right,
'Cause
let's
Tyler's had
end.
some
We're gonna
games,
end on
bro.
that right there, dude.
It used to sound a
He's
little
not
bit.
even
Maybe
Yeah.
I could hear it in the back of my ear, but now it's all the way back there. I don't hear it no more.
Well, we'll talk
Oh,
week
oh.
10.
We'll talk week 10.
He's on
One's
the battle
up
bus.
for MVP. One is in the dog
Yeah.
double XP doghouse.
Once
No,
the
that's
new Modern
He's
Warfare
a
is out.
study hall. He got the study hall.
He got study hall, bro. Because I mean, yes, D Hop is him, but like you have James Conner on that offense. You have Rondale Moore, who's fast, can stretch the field. Kyler Murray is one of the faster quarterbacks in the NFL. I mean, you pay him that much money, like you need more. You need more than 1 and 2 and no touchdowns to a divisional game against the Rams. For no doubt about
I
it.
gotta show up on tape.
No doubt about it.
Better catch by eye.
Right. Let's keep it moving now. We're probably going to go ahead and break this up for you guys so you aren't going to be watching a 2-hour-long podcast here. We're going to cut it off right here, end it on the quarterback talk, and then later on you guys will see our swaggy plays of the week. After that, we'll also do a little bit of chop up about week 3 and give our week 4 predictions. But until then, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in on our top 5 QB talk. Definitely, I mean, for the most part,
Yeah, let
we
us
were
know
in
in
the
the
same realm,
comments.
but we had some mixed opinions on
Put
a
them in the
couple of
comments.
people.
Who had the best list?
I think we should leave that up to the fans.
Yeah.
You got to leave that up to the fans, no doubt. Leave it in the comment section. Let us know who you thought had the best top 5 quarterback
Peace.
list. Until then, we appreciate y'all on the Swaggy Sports Podcast. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace
Thank
out.
you.